Welcome again to Epic Conversations. I'm Diane, and I'm here today with my wonderful, godly, handsome husband, John. John and I would like to share a story with you of what happened to us when we had a fire in our house in North Carolina. But I would like to start with Psalm 91. As Christians, we believe in trusting in the Lord and decreeing certain things. So I'm just going to mention, the first couple, 1 or 2 verses. But Psalm 91 starts out with, we put it in terms of, we that dwell in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. We will say the Lord, He is our refuge and our fortress, our God, in Him will we trust. So yes, we trust in God, right, John? But that's like God sense. But then there's also common sense. And we need to apply both if we're going to live in this world. So John, would you like to share about, we pray Psalm 91 for other people, but would you want to start sharing about the testimony we had in North Carolina of...
I can't remember the day, but I remember the storm. It was horrific rain. You could walk out your steps, out of your house, your front door, your back door, your garage, walk out like 2 feet, turn around, come right back in, you'd be soaked all the way through the skin. It was phenomenal.
But it was more than just rain.
We had lightning with it.
Lightnings to the point where it looked like a fireworks show. Because you remember we were on the front porch, you said, Diane, look at this. And we were out there, it's like, it really did. It looked like fireworks.
That was another time though. It wasn't the same time because it was pouring rain. In this case, so we weren't sitting out on the porch.
Oh no?
No, not that one. However, the lightning
we've had a lot of lightning storms in North Carolina.
So we had a basement, and we had a first floor, and then we had a second floor. And lightning hit in between our basement and first floor, in the truss system of the house. And what had happened, we're sleeping, and it's like 1:45. All of a sudden, you hear a noise that you don't hear all the time. There's a loud bang with an echo.
Yeah, I remember going boom. It really, it felt like the whole house shook.
It had an echoing effect in your ears, and
you knew what it was.
And you could feel your hair on your neck and your arms standing up, because lightning's hitting. And
what did you say?
I said, get up, get dressed. We just got hit.
I go, what do you mean you got hit? And I was like, what happened? And you said, we got hit by lightning. Hurry up! And so. The safety things are, we had flashlights available.
One in each nightstand.
And we had fire extinguishers. So, the first thing I did was grab my cell phone to call the fire department. But my cell phone didn't have any signal because for whatever reason, we changed carriers after that. So, I ran next door.
Wait a minute, you tried the landline. We had landline phones too.
Well, that didn't work because I was dead. Right. So I ran next door in the pouring rain, grabbed my cell phone.
It's 2 o'clock in the morning.
It's 2 o'clock in the morning. I pounded on the neighbor's door. And they answered. And he had a cell phone in his hand. And he had to go out in his deck in the middle of the rain and call the fire department for us. So then I runs back in the house and we smelled fire.
The story's kind of interwoven here. So we got up, now it's like 1:45, 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm checking with a flashlight all the sheetrock, all the way up in the attic, closets, and every floor.
You could smell something burning.
I'm looking for the entry point, so that'll tell me where the lightning hit, where the fire is. We're going up and down the stairs in the basement, the kitchen area. You could smell something, but you can't find it. We couldn't find it. Then on my 3rd time down in the basement, I went down to over near the circuit breakers. And as I turned around, I looked. We don't have lights over there.
Because now all the lights were out.
It wasn't lights. It was the installation on fire. So I opened the door up. And,
in the basement.
In the basement.
We had a full walkout basement.
And I grabbed I pulled the bench over there, jumped up because the ceilings were approximately 10 feet.
And you had a fire extinguisher in your hand,
hold on,
right?
Let me get to it. Come on.
Okay.
And so what happened is I reached up and grabbed the insulation, kind of a mistake because I had a backdraft, meaning it was void of oxygen. So when I pulled that section of insulation out, the flames just came down. I was moving it. The old saying, I can run faster scared than angry. Well, I was trying to get out of there fast. And I remember my eyelashes and some of my hair got singed as a result. And then, now we're talking safety here. And it was raining so hard. When I brought the insulation outside, opened the door, 42-inch long big door, I threw it outside. And when I threw it out, and it's like, do you ever see people in slow motion? No! Well, I threw the insulation right on top of 2 5-gallon containers of gasoline. Now
That
was,
insulation was on fire.
the insulation was on fire, and it takes a lot of heat to get insulation on fire. But thanks to the Lord, it was raining really heavy and put it out in a second. Meanwhile, when I turned around to go back in, we're only talking, say, 2 seconds, maybe 3. The smoke had come down to about here, kind of grayish black. And I had already had the bench over there, so I pulled the pin on a little kitchen fire extinguisher,
3 pounds.
and I kind of had to low crawl it in, found out where the bench was, got up. You could see the glow of the flame, stuck my hand up into it, and hit the extinguisher all the way around. And basically, I put the fire out at that point in time. And I remember a guy coming, a young guy, we call him a fire kid.
Because he was from the fire department.
But he was really young.
But there was no fire truck,
He had a
no
pickup
water.
truck. He had a pickup
He
truck.
had a pickup truck.
And
And a little device in
He
his
had-
hand, the size of a cell phone.
And he had a thermal infrared camera that
That's
could
what
look
it
through the
was.
walls. And I remember him on his cell phone. He said, "We got a live one." And it reminded me of, Ghostbusters, And so, and within maybe 5-6 minutes, you'd hear all of the lights, the sirens coming, and they all ended up in our yard. And then they put these big fans and sucked all the smoke out. You could see the damage when they pulled the insulation out. And they had said,
Oh yeah, had you not put that fire out, because it took them 20 minutes to get there. He said your house would have burned to the ground. That's how powerful a lightning fire is. You said it's like how many times hotter than regular?
Don't quote me, but
it melted metal.
it's much hotter than the surface of the sun, the temperature. And so when you get something burning, if you get something superheated and it starts the fire, it burns that much faster. And the point behind it is having a fire extinguisher, having a mindset that I was going to leave, this is my house, and I'm going to fight it. And so...
And that is a good point, because you were determined, right? I'm going to get this. You were defending your house and the safety of me. And I was wanting it in there too. So, yeah, so it's important to have a fire extinguisher. Be prepared to have some flashlights so you know, and a cell phone or something that works so you can call for emergency help.
And so the point is not just having this stuff, but having the mindset of understanding how to do it. So learning how to use a fire extinguisher is not really easy, but understanding the technique to put a fire out. I've seen people in training videos where they just take the fire extinguisher and they just start spraying the flames, and you don't. You aim at the base of the fire. Say this cup was the fire. You aim at the base and go slowly back and forth until it's extinguished. And so, hence that we actually purchased a number of other fire extinguishers throughout the house.
One in the garage, one in each room or in the vicinity.
And
so that's good. Well, thank you.
And so we have our house.
Our house is safe. Thank you very much. Thank you for sharing that safety. Thank you for listening to us. And don't forget your fire extinguishers. We look forward to...
we got a fire alarm.
Wait a minute. We look forward to seeing you next time. We gotta go. We got a fire here. Okay.
I said a fire alarm.
A fire alarm.
No, wait a minute. Wait a second. We're doing a fire drill. That's
a fire drill. Okay. We look forward to seeing you next time. And in the meantime, have an epic day in the Lord.